Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Tuesday morning because Chairman members cashed in on 6 different premium selections of mine yesterday. We had the Heat, Stars, Canucks, Monmouth in college basketball, and of course we had Michigan in the national championship game, as well as the under 26.5 for the Washington team total. And the only way you could have accessed all of those winners is to join my full access, all-inclusive Chairman package. Now, Chairman members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast, absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. We are currently hitting at 77% in our last 33 Chairman membership picks in that package alone. And of course, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on these free videos and what I do on my premium site. Well, what I do here on the free videos is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my premium page is, well, I actually share with you which one of these free plays I actually like the best. I'm 6-1 of my last 7 extra daily picks. 4-1 of my last 5 college basketball tier package plays. And finally, folks, once again, I'm hitting at 77% in my last 33 Chairman package picks. And the good news is I have plays going off in all of those memberships here today. The site is patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and jump into some free content. We're actually going to start off with the T-Wolves at the Magic, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Minnesota's the 5-point favorite, totals 218. And, wow, I'll tell you, for a team with 25 wins on the season, the T-Wolves haven't been all too spectacular on offense. They're one of the lowest second-half scoring teams in the West. And no real surprise here, Minnesota's also in the bottom 5 in the Western Conference in field goals made per game. Now they're taking on an Orlando team who plays some pretty tough defense themselves. These guys are a top 3 defensive rebounding team in the East. Paolo Banchero is averaging over 7 boards per contest, team leader in points. Now scoring-wise, Cole Anthony's second on the active roster here today in points per game. And out of Orlando's last 10 ball games, they got the W in 80% of those matchups. Now, Ingles, Harris, Isaac, Carter, did they win or did they cover? I'm not so sure about that. Out of their last 10 games, they did something 80% of the time. Is that winning or is it covering? I'm not sure. But the bottom line is, last 10 games, they've been good. They've been making some money for people. Once again, Ingles, Harris, Isaac, Carter, and Wagner are out for the Magic. Jalen Clark inactive for Minnesota. 5 out of the T-Wolves' last 8 ball games. Sometimes I can't read my notes, and I'm dropping everything. Wow. Should just start it over, but this is a train wreck, so let's just keep it going. Yeah. What we got? Injuries now? Yeah. Ingles, Harris, Isaac, Carter, and Wagner are out for the Magic. Jalen Clark inactive for Minnesota. 5 out of the T-Wolves' last 8 ball games fell under the number. Meanwhile, Orlando saw 3 out of their last 4 out-of-conference home games stay under the line themselves. Give me Orlando +5 under 218. All right, next matchup. Next matchup, I trimmed my beard. I just got this fat egg-shaped head. I should just keep the beard long. I mean, this is an ugly mug. Ugh. Next matchup, Kings, Pistons, 7 o'clock East. Sacramento's -11, totals 240. And even though this is an awful number for the Kings on the road, I've got to imagine they can get the job done here. They're facing a Detroit team who's just 3-33 on the year, and they rank dead last in shooting the 3-ball at home. Leading scorer Cade Cunningham, he's still out with a knee injury. Meanwhile, Alec Burks is shooting just 37% from the field off the bench. And that's certainly bad news for Detroit because Sacramento actually plays some tough defense away from home. These guys are in the top 10 in defensive points per game on the road. And when it comes to offensive production, the Kings make more three-pointers a game than most clubs in the league. They're making nearly 16 three-pointers per contest. They're in the top 3 in the NBA in that particular category. The trio of Monk, Barnes, and Lyles are drilling over 41% of their three-pointers respectively. Meanwhile, De'Aaron Fox, he is the club leader in scoring. Now, injury-wise, once again, Cade Cunningham is out for Detroit. Stewart and Morris still inactive. The Pistons saw overs in 8 out of their last 10 ball games. The Pistons have also gone 64% to the over for the entire year. Now, the Kings, on the other side, they went 6-2 to the over in their last 8 against the Eastern Conference. Give me Sacramento minus 11 over 240. Next matchup, Blazers, Knicks, 7:30 p.m. East. New York's 11.5, totals 226. And I'll tell you, this is another one of those spots where I hate the number, but I got to imagine the favorite can cover here. The Knicks have made visitors very uncomfortable at MSG this year. They're currently in the top 5 in the East in defensive points per game at home. When it comes to rebounding the basketball, this is arguably the best defensive rebounding team in the entire NBA. Julius Randle grabs just about double-digit rebounds a game, 24 points per contest on offense. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson leads the roster in scoring, and he's draining 43% of his three balls. Now, they're taking on a Portland squad who dropped 6 out of their last 9, and they really struggle on the road. Out of 19 contests away from the Moda Center, the Blazers got the W in just 26% of those games. And most of that is due to some poor offensive effort. These guys are currently the worst field goal shooting team on the road in the NBA. Ayton, Thibault, and Walker are questionable for Portland. Moses Brown is still out. Now, total-wise, the Blazers are 80% to the under this year against the Eastern Conference. Meanwhile, the Knicks saw their last 4 straight stay under the total themselves. Unders against the likes of Washington, Philly, and Chicago. Giving the Knicks minus 11.5, under 226. Next game, Grizzlies, Mavericks, 8:30 p.m. East. Dallas is minus 8.5, totals 234 and a hook. Now, the Mavs are on a 3-game winning streak, and they covered the number in 7 out of their last 9. When it comes to offensive production, these guys are drilling the 3-ball quite well on their own court. Dallas is currently in the top 3 in the West in offensive three-point percentage at home. Luka Doncic leads the Western Conference in points per game. Meanwhile, Kyrie Irving's drilling 42% of his long balls. And they're facing a Memphis squad who failed to cover in 5 out of their last 7. And they've been little threat getting to the basket. The Grizzlies are the lowest scoring team right now in the NBA. And no real surprise here, folks. They're also the worst three-point shooting team in the league as well. Marcus Smart is struggling to make 30% of his three-pointers. Luke Kennard, he's making just 38% of his attempts from the field. Injury-wise, John Morant out for the year with a shoulder. Jackson and Aldama are questionable. Meanwhile, for Dallas on the other side, Exum and Lively are inactive. 3 out of the Mavs' last 4 ball games fell under the total. 7-3 to the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies saw unders recently against the likes of the Raptors, Spurs, and Kings. Give me Dallas minus 8.5, under 234 and a hook. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It's going to be in that Raptors-Lakers game, 10:30 p.m. East. The Lakers are the 5-point favorite, totals 235. And as bad as the Lakers have been here recently, they did bounce back in a nice way against the Clippers a couple of nights ago. They actually held the Clips to just 103 points in that victory. And to be fair, the Lakers have played some exceptional basketball in their own arena. They're 13-6 at home, and they've been incredibly tough to shoot against there. LA is currently in the top 3 in defensive field goal percentage on their own court. Anthony Davis leads the lineup in blocks, rebounds, and points. He's making 55% of his attempts from the field as well. Meanwhile, LeBron James is averaging over 25 points a night himself. And somehow LeBron is making 40% of his three-pointers. He's been shooting it very well from long range. Now, the Lakers are taking on a Raptors team who's been pretty bad on the road this season. Toronto's gotten the W in just 6 of 18 away from Toronto. And for some reason, the Raptors really tend to bury themselves early in games. They're a bottom 10 point-producing team in the first half. Leading scorer Pascal Siakam makes just 29% of his three-pointers. Newcomer Emmanuel Quickly, he's making just 39% of his attempts from the field. Now, injury-wise, Pirtle, I know, is injured. Pirtle and Koloko are out. Otto Porter is doubtful. Meanwhile, for the Lakers on the other side, Rui Hachimura is questionable with a calf. 4 out of LA's last 6 out-of-conference home games fell under the number. They're also 13-6 to the under in all of their contests in their own arena. Now, Toronto saw unders recently against the likes of Memphis, Washington, and Denver. Give me the Lakers -5, under 235. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Magic +5, under 218. Kings -11, over 240. New York Knicks -11.5, under 226. I'm hitting at 77% my last 33 chairman package picks on my premium site. Dallas Mavericks -8.5, under 234 and a hook. With my next and final free pick for the video, give me the Lakers -5, under 235. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. If you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. Gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page at patreon.com/BrockPage.